Hello and welcome, it's Debs here and it's great to have you with me. Today I want to talk to you about how to overcome all your doubts and succeed. When you want to do something and it's not working out, I'm sure somewhere inside you that there's going to be a but or a because. For example, if you were thinking, I want to create a YouTube channel, but I can't because there are millions of YouTube channels and nobody will listen to mine and it will be a failure. So there was a but and a because. Or a totally different example, I want to leave my job, I hate it, but I can't because I need the money, it would be irresponsible to leave, I've got a mortgage, I've got kids. Or another one, I want peace of mind, but my mind is a nightmare. I can't keep my thinking under control. I overthink everything and I cause myself a ton of suffering and pain. So any of these things, it doesn't matter what they are. I'm going to share something with you that I have been playing with. Now, if you're new to my YouTube channel and you don't know the things, the spiritual teachings that I usually share, there are a series of videos that it might be helpful for you to watch, and the links to those are in the blurb underneath this video. So that's the kind of thing, the understandings that I'm building on here. Sydney Banks, Byron Katie and other spiritual teachers. So the thing that we're always up against is, in our lives, is our own mind. That's what human beings, that's what's going on for us. That's what we are up against. And our own mind is our greatest asset. It is absolutely amazing. The spiritual gift of thought, what we can do is just out the park, amazing. And our mind creates all of our success. Thought, the spiritual gift of thought, is what creates through us, and that creates all of our success, but it also creates all of our failure. So I don't like to think of this or look at this or use the words that I need to control my mind. The way that it looks, to have that success and do this, the way that it looks to me is it's much more like we are parents of our own mind, if you like. We have to guide our mind, nurture it, love it, teach it in the same way. If you are a parent, or even if you're not, I'm sure you see children and children are entities in and of themselves. So we don't control them and put them in a box and make them, but to get the best out of them, we nurture them, we love them, we guide them, we teach them about themselves. We teach them how they can have the best experience of life. And also, as a parent, when we're doing that, one of the things that we also do is we make mistakes, we get it wrong, and sometimes we need to make corrections. Sometimes we need to apologise and say sorry. As I said, learning to understand and work with our mind is very, very similar to being a parent. And in the same way, like if you have a very unruly child, you can't let it become a bully and control you and overtake you. You have to find a way through love and understanding to help that child so that you are in harmony and working together. And it's exactly the same with your mind. If your mind is tormenting you and torturing you, that's like having an unruly child. But anyway, there's something that I have been playing around with that I'm really enjoying and having fun with, that I'm going to share with you here. Excuse me, because it really doesn't matter what problem it is, what it is that's going on for you, or what problem it is that you're trying to overcome. This is, I don't know, I found this incredibly helpful. So first of all, there is a power behind life. I'm sure if you are here on my channel watching this, you would agree with that. The word God works pretty well for me, but if God isn't what it is for you, then that's fine. But there is, you might call it universe, source, any word that works for you. But I'm sure you know that there is a power that helps flowers, makes flowers grow, turns acorns into oak trees, breathes us, thinks us, where, you know, the place where this spiritual gift that we have to think comes from. There is this power behind life called mind. And so if you use the word mind for it, or, you know, God, we have, when our personal mind, we also have a personal mind. And when our personal mind is filled with problems and filled with worrying, the way to succeed, the way to get past that is to find the solution to whatever it is that's bothering you, you know, to stop this worrying and find a solution. And I don't know about you, but very often for me, it used to look like, you know, ruminating, thinking about it, going over it, telling other people what I was worrying about was the way to find the answers. What I've been playing around with and what I've really been seeing is I know about this power behind life, and I've spent some time for myself personally thinking, what is that power to me? What does it mean? And to me, it is omnipresent. It is the power of all things. It is love, connection, support, abundance. Those are just a few things that are coming to mind, and feel free to spend some time playing around with that yourself. So once we've thought about that and we are aware and we know about this power behind life, when we find ourselves caught up in our personal mind, caught up in our thinking, caught up in a problem, the way to solve that problem is to stop overthinking it, to stop ruminating on it and going over and over it. And, you know, when you the more you try to stop thinking about something, the more you think about it. So a really, really good thing to do is, instead of trying to stop thinking about it, just look towards this power, look to mind, think about what mind is. Like I said, you know, spend a few minutes, get a pen and paper if you want to, whatever. Just think about, don't try to look for the solution to whatever it is that's going on. Just put your thinking towards what mind is. You know, what is it for you? Does the word God work? Is the word universe better for you? Is it omnipresent? Is it the power of all things? Is it love? You know, what is it? And you'll begin to notice, when you look in that direction and start to think about that, what happens when we're caught up in our personal mind and overthinking is we are shrinking our focus down. We haven't got much access to anything. When we look towards this power behind life, that opens us up. And things pop into our mind from that place. So the more that we worry and go over and look at our problems and you know, the more that we focus and narrow our focus in that way, the less likely we are to see a solution. Whereas when we look towards this power, mind, God, when we look towards that, we open ourselves up to seeing that there wasn't a problem in the first place, or a doable solution arising in our mind. Now, I know it can seem as if it's very, very irresponsible to look in the direction of mind, this power behind life, when there is something pressing that we need to do. When it's like, you know, I can't pay the mortgage this month, how am I going to do that? Right, look to mind. Really? I know that it can feel as if it's not a good solution, but play with it, give it a go, see what happens for you. And I would love you to share with me. I'd love you to drop me a comment. I would love you to, if you like this video, give me a like. That helps me a lot on YouTube, building my YouTube channel. And the other thing that I'm doing at the moment is something called 365 Days of Cracking Creation, where I'm looking at how our mind works, how we work, how we nurture our minds and understand them, so that we can create a life we love with ease and grace and all of those kinds of things. So the information for that will also be below that video. Have a great week, and I will be back again soon with another video. Thank you very much, and bye for now.